Yo, we are back, and now it's time for the Premier League weekend recap. A lot of pretty big games, but even bigger results. So let's jump into them. So we have Leeds, Villa, Man U, Chelsea, West Ham City, Southampton, Everton, and Arsenal, Leicester. So one of the most exciting games, especially for a Friday game, Leeds 3, Villa 0. Patrick Bamford with a beautiful, and if you haven't seen the goals, y'all, look them up. A beautiful hat trick. Villa was undefeated at the time, and now they took their first loss. Jake, how you feeling about this?
Man, Patrick Bamford, he's on the edge of world class, I guess. Because if you said world class is top 10, he's probably top 15 at striker, I guess. But man, a hat trick against an undefeated top of the table club, like I don't care who it is, like that's incredible. And his first one, the first goal looked like Jamie Vardy, and the
Oh
other two
yeah,
looked like prime Luis Suarez or somebody. I don't know who it
Prime
was.
Kane. I was like,
That hit a top corner and then curled one, but it didn't curl. It was just a side foot. It was
yeah,
nasty.
and he
Yeah,
danced around three defenders too.
yeah, he did. And he should have had a penalty right before, or at least a card on Mings when he threw him down in the box. And then he scored that goal right after, and he did something with his hand. Like, yeah,
Yep. It
uh,
was yeah, it was wild. What
yeah.
do you so do you think this changes anything in regards to Leeds momentum, Villa's momentum? Does
I
it shift that?
I think it helps both of them. Leeds are here now. Like we kind of knew they were there, but they didn't have that big result yet. You know, they had a couple of draws. They almost took on Liverpool. They drew with City. But they haven't. They barely beat Sheffield. They just lost to Wolves. Like they hadn't really put it all together yet. This was their good game. They're here now. People know. And then Villa, I don't think it changes much for them. They created a lot. They had a lot of chances. Grealish looked great. He almost did them on his own.
Man, Grealish, he is phenomenal.
Yeah,
He has to man. Okay, the fact that Man U was interested in him, like, and shout out to Donny Van de Beek. Van de Beek is good, but
yeah.
the fact that they didn't get Grealish, I'm like, yo, he
Yeah.
looks amazing.
Yeah, but I think that it was almost a fluke for Villa. They played fine. They were kind of gassed at the end, but that's what Leeds want to do to you. That's what
Yeah,
Bielsa wants. They were up 3-0 in the 94th minute. They went on a counterattack. They had six dudes running full speed down the pitch against you. Like this is different.
yeah.
But no, I'm not off the Villa wagon, and I'm not on the Leeds wagon after this. Yeah, just Bielsa just outclassed him.
Yeah, I think Patrick Bamford did some great stuff. Do I think it was flukish? No, but yes, like he's scoring well. He's doing good. Will he get another hat trick this year? Probably not. Will he have a game as good as that? Probably not also. But I agree with you. I think Leeds, they are overperforming, but I think they are here to stay. And I think Villa honestly is too. They still look good. I think Ollie Watkins, Grealish, Barkley, and a couple others just didn't really finish the
Yeah,
chances. But I do agree. One bright spot with the Villa loss, Grealish looks amazing. So the next game, Man U, Chelsea, 0-0 at the Theater of Dreams, which is very rare.
yeah,
And I don't know what that says about Chelsea, because we can't score against a team that is loving to give up goals.
yeah.
But one thing I did notice, and you asked this on the other video, so check out the other video. You said, was it good defending or bad offense? And I feel like it was a combination of both. Because Maguire, he looked kind of confident. Thiago Silva, who I was skeptical about, he actually looked good. He didn't look his age. How about that? That's a good thing.
I was gonna say, yeah,
So I was I the way Chelsea has been giving up goals, I was scared that this would be almost like a goal fest. Two bad defenses, two semi good offenses. But 0-0. I think the thing that worries me still, Frank Lampard changes the squad up. We did think we did 5 in the back with wing backs this time. And then not only that, it's just not in sync. I don't know. Conte looked pretty good, but it just still doesn't look right yet. But then again, like I say, we're young. We're not meant to win the league, so he has time.
Yeah.
But $200 million, that's a lot to spend.
That's what I was gonna say. If you focused on attack and you go to United with a team that does not know how to defend and you weren't able to attack well enough to score a goal. And it's not even like De Gea did that old De Gea game where he had crazy. No,
No,
I don't, man. There weren't many opportunities. Like
it really wasn't.
there wasn't like a full glaring chance that they missed. Almost United was the better attacking squad, I think. Mendy, see if you take anything away from this season, it'd be you're going to get enough money to get a center back, and you found your goalkeeper.
Yo, I meant to say that Mendy did. You're right. I'm looking at the stats. It was 14 shots from Man United, 4 on target, 6 shots at goal from Chelsea, 1 on target. So Man U did do great in that attack, and also Mendy has some tremendous saves.
Yeah, he almost owned goal there in the 30th minute.
Hey, we're not talking about it.
Okay, but I was gonna say coming in, my man of the match is Mendy, and other than when he tried to score for his own club, he was incredible. That save on Rashford in the 88th was world class. Yeah, I don't really know. I think it was just like United was so hyped up. This was their Super Bowl for the next 2 or 3 months. I mean, honestly, until like the round of 8 Champions League, this is the biggest game they're going to play for a long time.
Okay, what about your boy? Not Arsenal? No.
Not like Chelsea right now,
Okay.
especially not going forward. It was just good. It was just perfect for United because they've been struggling with defense. One of the best attacking teams comes in and they silence the doubters. So this was a good opportunity for United and they took it. And 0-0 was not disappointing. Like,
yeah, I was about to ask that.
It was an awesome game, and I think that both squads would be happy with it.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think that was my next point. Is usually leaving 0-0, you're upset, you're mad. But for these two struggling defensive teams, I think you leave, you pat yourself on the back and keep moving. Because Chelsea, we know we had just played Sevilla, another 0-0. So even though we're not scoring, we're not giving up goals, and that has been our issue. So
yeah,
I agree. I think it's a win for both clubs.
So the question would be if you've turned your focus to defending, everybody comes back. Now maybe you're not scoring goals. It's like which one would you rather have? Would you rather get up to 1 goal per game or win the game 4-3? You know, because you can't have both with this squad because you got to 5 at the back. You've been playing 5 at the back with Kovacic and Conte holding is how you're keeping clean sheets. Yeah. And then it's really hard to go forward and score like that. So what are you thinking?
Yeah, and the crazy part is it's been Jorginho and Conte, and I don't even like that. But hey, I was talking to another friend of ours, Luke Williams. He'll be on the show soon. When you play 5 in the back, you got about $50 million on the bench. And that's the thing that's weird to me. It's like you spent that much money and you got 5 in the back.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough. The next game was West Ham City 1-1. So I look at this game, and here is my question for you. Is City just not that good? Or should we put some respect on West Ham's name now? What you got?
You got to put some respect on West Ham's name. I picked it. I'm gonna brag. I said draw.
Yeah.
I'm confident about that. And here, City 70% possession, triple passes. 10 corners to 2 corners, 14 shots to 6 shots. They dominated the game. But this is a team you've got to kill them. You got to put them down. And you got to step on their throat, or they're going to find a way.
Oh yeah.
This is a team that I'm most scared of because I think it's also a team that you take the week off going into maybe because it's not a big 6 squad.
Yeah.
They like I could see Arsenal losing to this squad no problem where we are right now. So I'm thinking and West Ham know who they are. That's also like the scary thing about them. They had double the long balls that City had. They had 76 long balls, and half of them were completed. This team
Dang.
knows exactly what they're doing. 38 for 76 on long balls. They only made 220 passes, and 76 of them were long balls. They know what they got to do to score. They
Antonio.
up and boot it down the pitch and hope Antonio gets on it, I guess. But this team is scary. This team's legit. They hang around. This team could have a positive goal difference at the end of the year and end mid-table. I don't want
Yo,
to play this squad.
I don't disagree with anything you said, and here's why. I'm looking at their lineup. First of all, they're playing 5 in the back,
Yep.
but then they're playing with Suchek and Declan Rice, 2 CDMs. So
Yeah.
it's like
That have
this
played
is
center back before. Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
So it's like, what are you supposed to do against this team? And I think another thing with City, man, I think the fear factor, which has gone out of a lot of teams this year, I think the fear factor is gone. When you look at City, you see a team devoid of a true striker. I mean, Sergio Aguero is back, but he hasn't found his feet just yet.
Yeah.
You don't trust Raheem. You don't trust Mahrez. You know you're going to not touch the ball. You know you're going to get sliced and diced. But the finishing, man, it's like they pass the world around, but when they get to the final third,
Yep.
they just can't do it. I think I heard Pep say in an interview, like, he wished he could have spent more money on some attack, but, he got Ruben Diaz, which I don't think was a bad thing.
No.
But City just, I don't know. I think if Aguero catches his feet, they'll do better. But, man, they're not looking that good.
Shoot. Does anybody look good? Yeah.
That's true. That's true. That's true. All right. Next up, we have Southampton, Everton. So the team that we're all loving to watch right now, James Rodriguez and his boys, take a 2-0 defeat. This game was crazy because I think we all have to recognize that Danny Ings is the man. He
Yeah.
is the man. And when you look at this Everton squad, a pretty young team full of some players who are finally playing well, a team that has spent some money, and you see this 2-0 defeat at Southampton. Is this a big blow? Or is this like, hey, I'm going to dust my shoulders off. I'm going to keep going. We're going to still try to end top 4.
I think they can and they probably will still finish top 4, but I don't know what something needs to be addressed because this was not a FIFA break your controller game. They were dominated for 90 minutes. This was the shock result of the week for me, and
Yes.
they were outpossessed by Southampton. I have no
How?
idea. I don't know. I have no idea where this came from. I don't think anybody expected it. Southampton had 13 shots. Everton had 6.
Oh, my Lord.
It wasn't. You hear Danny Ings, you see, oh, Danny Ings had 2 assists. Well, they long balled over the top. He sweated across. They won 2-0. Nah,
Yeah.
they passed the ball around the back and they dominated Everton. And I would be worried if this is a trend that can be completed. Because what if Manchester City, because they control games, what if
True.
what if this is the blueprint now? I don't know yet what they did. I haven't unlocked how they pulled it off, but this Southampton team looked like they were top of the table, and Everton looked like they were hanging around 10th. So I'm definitely not excited if I'm an Everton fan. I'm not too worried. I might just be really happy to be a Southampton fan right now.
Hey, and I wouldn't put Southampton in the West Ham category, even though Southampton is above West Ham in the table. But Southampton are playing with that swagger. They are playing with that confidence. I mean, you remember they just scored 3 goals against Chelsea.
Yeah.
So they're coming in. They have more belief.
Twice on Chelsea.
Yes.
They never
They were
quit.
down twice. And then you go to a team, and here's the thing. We talked about this a little bit. Everton is not Man U. They're not Chelsea. They're not Arsenal. They don't have that, we're the team, we're good. So they're always susceptible to like, dang, Everton, did you really just cough it up?
Yeah.
And I think Southampton, the coach, I think they know like, hey, you can go down there to Everton and you can hang with them. because I don't know if Everton truly believes in themselves just yet. I think if they would have won that Liverpool game, it really said, hey, we finally won the Merseyside derby. We're here. But I think Everton are still trying to gain that confidence. And I think Southampton, hey, they really believe we can do something.
Yeah.
For sure. Last game of the Premier League weekend roundup, a big game that did not have a lot of goals, which has been a problem for the boys in red. Arsenal 0, Leicester 1. Jake, I'm gonna hand this off to you. What are you thinking?
Typical Arsenal. The I've seen it. I've seen it for 7 years. We dominated the game and we didn't score. So I'm done. I guess that was the final straw for me. I'm done saying that, hey, we dominated the game. It'll be all right, because it won't be all right if you keep taking 1 point and no points. And then Jamie Vardy came on, and you've seen him do
it.
So
you felt
times.
it.
I got the alert, Jamie Vardy, and I'm like, oh my goodness, my phone's ahead of my TV, and I get and I'm like, oh no, it's over. Like, before the man even warmed up on my TV, I know it's over. Like, he just does that. That's why it's not like all bad news for me, because it's Jamie Vardy. You know he's going to score or whatever.
True.
But I would have liked to put the ball over the line, and like, we spent all this money. We spent 70 million on Pepe. We got Willian. We've got Aubameyang and Lacazette. I don't know what he's doing now, man. It was very frustrating. Not a great day to be an Arsenal fan.
What do you think? So, what do you think's the best lineup? Oh, and I do want to say one thing. David Luiz did play well. He was pinging. So here's the thing, y'all. I texted Jake during the game. I'm like, Jake, just put Leicester away. You are getting there. Y'all are just not scoring.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at y'all lineup. Y'all ran a 3, basically a 3-2-5. I don't know. You had David Luiz, Gabriel, and Shaka in the back. Then you had Bellerin, Thomas, Ceballos, Tierney, and then Aubameyang, like I said, Saka. Like, Arteta, he's pulling a Frank Lampard. He's pulling a Pirlo. He's trying to figure out what's the best squad. Like, what do you think is the best way y'all should line up?
Man, I don't see. I just don't know how we score. Like, I think that tactically we looked fine. We just didn't score. So
Didn't score, yeah.
I don't know. Where is Mesut Ozil? Can we find him somewhere? We're paying him 300,000 a week, and he's not even in the squad.
Not even in the squad.
He didn't even come on the trip.
No.
The back line was fine, and it wasn't the problem. So, man, I mean, that 5 at the back is fine. Bellerin and Tierney have done better in the midfield than especially Bellerin.
Yeah, Bellerin's looking good.
Better in the midfield than I thought he would. But, man, Lacazette has been really disappointing. I don't know if Saka is ready yet. I just feel like we're always a year away. I don't know if there's an answer right now. I don't think that Arteta just hasn't found the perfect combination yet. I don't know if there is one.
Is there and I hate to say, is there a piece missing? But some people are saying, like, y'all are missing that playmaker. Because you said, where's Ozil? So are you missing that playmaker? Is Danny Ceballos, is he not the guy?
I mean, we don't have a number 10. So probably, yeah, because Ceballos is an 8.
More like an 8, yeah.
Yeah.
Shaka, Party, CDMs.
Shaka started at center back. So, yeah, that's a 5 or a 6. Party is a 6. Let me see who we had on the bench here. Let me say some names.
I mean, you got young Cams, but
yeah, and yeah, man, Pepe. I would love for Pepe to play with how much we spent on him. Number 10, and then I don't know if that's going to handcuff Arteta into running a formation where you have an attacking midfielder. And right now, I would put Aubameyang in the middle and put Pepe out wide, and then let try to find a way to
so
get. So
you thinking Aubameyang, then you have Saka and Pepe?
Yeah, and then let Lacazette come on, or even put Lacazette try to let him run at the number 10. Or I mean, he's played center forward before. Just move him back a little bit further.
I was thinking about having Lacazette a false 9.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that too.
But I don't know. I don't think that there's it. We're finally in the zone where Arteta's had enough time, but I don't want to expect the world from him, but also I don't want to give him a free pass. So I don't know. I'd like some results coming up. That's what I'll say. I think we made all right moves in the window. I think we're a better team than we were, but I would love to score.
Okay, here's a question. And last question about this has to do with my team and your team. Because I think when I first asked this question, it seems like an easy answer, but I'll explain it. Who's under more pressure, Lampard or Arteta? But before you say Lampard spent 200, yeah. I know that. But y'all have one of the greatest strikers, like top 3, Aubameyang. And I hate to say just Aubameyang, and Arsenal has been underperforming longer than Chelsea has. So who's under more pressure, man?
I would actually say Arteta. I think that the casual answer is Lampard. But, man, Chelsea have been winning things. And, I mean, since in the last 10 years, you guys have won the league either 2 or 3 times, and you've won a Champions League. Even with Wenger a little bit, but ever since Wenger left, we've been looking for our guy.
Yeah.
I think that the leash is pretty short right now, especially with the people that are sitting out there unemployed. Eddie Howe. I'm just saying. I think the leash is shorter with Arsenal, and Arteta is a legend, I guess, but Frank Lampard is an actual legend at Chelsea.
Yeah, Mr. Chelsea.
Maybe the best Chelsea player ever. I don't think Arteta's top 20.
Yeah.
So
him and John Terry top 2, probably.
Yeah. I think the leash would be shorter with Arteta. I think he's under more pressure because we expect to compete because that's who we are, and we've won the league the 3rd most times, and we've won the most FA Cups, and we're not great right now.
Hey, y'all did just win the FA Cup, so
yeah,
that's true. I thought that was a good question. Yeah, I think Lampard is under pressure for sure. 200 million, you got to be, no matter who you are. But yeah, I look at Arsenal. I look at a team that so much history and just top four, but never getting over the hump. Champions League hasn't been making it. So I agree. Arteta is under pressure, but I still trust him, and I do think he's the right man for the job. I think one more summer transfer window away, and I hate to say that, but I think that will be the key, especially if you got Aubameyang staying and then Lacazette. Y'all might need to sell him. We'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The thought would be they just hired a manager in baseball today, and they said that he's not the answer long term, but maybe he can put them in a position to where they could get any manager and any player they want. And I'm thinking that Arteta, the thing isn't he needs to do this tactically or whatever. Arsenal needs to become a free agent location that you want to go to. So like we were linked to Mahrez and Vardy, and Benzema every year of my life was going to come, and none of them ever came. And nobody wants to go to Arsenal. So maybe Arteta gets us. Maybe we finish 5th. Maybe somehow we get in the Champions League. Maybe we win another FA Cup and we show promise, and then people actually want to come play for us. And now we're going up the ladder.
For sure, I agree. I think Mkhitaryan coming, then Abba coming. I think, and then Lacazette. I think y'all are showing promise that people do want to play there. But, hey, that is all we have for the Premier League weekend roundup. So stay tuned for the Champions League review.